hustler. New Jack, New Jack, New Jack, hustler. New Jack, hustler. New Jack, New Jack, New Jack, hustler. New Jack, hustler. Man, listen, I'm just, Shawn Porter, y'all see this look on his face? Well, that's the same look that he get whenever somebody mentioned Errol Spence Jr. Stay tuned.
How are they going to explain that? You can't contain the part of your brain, you just can't take the plain fact that this is the LDBC, you don't tell us how to act. And if you hate the content, then take a step back. Why watch the video? How you gonna explain that? How you gonna explain that? How you gonna explain that? Coach Young Harrison, there never be no comparison. You're live on the show, sit back and have a listen.
All right. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, I got this video. I saw this video off my brother Fred from a Barbershop Conversation. And shout out to Fred, man. Go subscribe to that channel, man. He did a very good interview with Showtime Shawn Porter. And I think that it was about 2 minutes and 50 seconds, but I think he's got more to the interview. And Fred, directly asked him about, Errol Spence Jr. And, I've been a student of psychology for a very long time. And, and I guess they were trying to debunk the fact that Errol Spence Jr. wasn't afraid of Errol Spence Jr. I tell you what, the topic of Errol Spence Jr., if he's not afraid, he's very uncomfortable, okay? That's just how it is. He's extremely uncomfortable with the topic of Errol Spence Jr. And I feel that, Shawn wants no parts of Errol Spence Jr. And I don't think he wants any parts of Errol Spence Jr. for a long time. And then Shawn was trying to say, well, Errol Spence, had the luxury of social media. And I'm like, wait a minute. You got a fade and a braid. And wait a minute, you and Errol Spence are about the same age. I didn't get that, man. I didn't get that. And like his whole body language, man, he locked up, man. Like he was just like real fidgety. I'm like, man. So if you mention Errol Spence to this guy, this is how he behaves. But if you mention Mikey Garcia, and I heard somebody talk to him about Mikey Garcia, he got totally relaxed and he was more excited. And I'm like, man, this dude don't want to fight. Look, man, I respect my boy Fred, respect him to the highest, but I can't see it. Shawn body language is just not there, okay? His body language, he's saying one thing, but his complete body language, his mannerisms, and even, how he talking. Now, Shawn talking real scary right now. Showtime Shawn Porter or Whole Time Shawn Porter, he talking very reckless, man. I mean, he's talking very scary. And, gosh, man, see, this is what we're talking about, man. I know we all like Shawn Porter. Now, a lot of us don't like Kenny Porter. I'm not a Kenny Porter fan. I like Shawn, but, we got to hold these guys to the fire, man. We got to. I mean, if we going if we want to see that narrative, we want to see the best fight the best. Even fighters that we like, we got to hold their foot to the fire. I mean, we got to. And I just feel, I feel like Shawn really is trying to avoid Errol Spence. Even I ain't talking, man, to my, well, it's got to make good money sense. Talk about Mikey Garcia, he ain't say nothing about money. Said nothing about money. He said, yeah, oh, yeah, that'll be a good fight. But when you mention Errol Spence, or even when you mention Terrence Crawford, oh, well, we got to see what makes good financial sense. Like, man, come on, man. Aren't you the guy that fought up? You fought at what? You fought at 160 before. I mean, aren't you a big dude? I mean, man, this the problem. We got to get on this dude right here, man. We got to get on him. We got to get on him, and we got to get on Danny Garcia. I give Danny Garcia a little credit. At least he is clapping back at Terrence Crawford. This dude, Showtime Shawn Porter, him and his daddy, they don't want no smoke. They know, man. Shawn know if he get in there with Errol Spence, man, Shawn get knocked out. Shawn cannot beat Errol Spence Jr. He know he can't beat him. Look, man, it's one thing to know that if you're outmatched in a fight, but it's one thing to just his body language, everything he's saying, he's displaying that right here, man. There's no way, man. This guy does not want to fight Errol Spence, guy. I mean, he don't, man. Shawn Porter is definitely, he's spooked, okay? You can see it. I don't care what he say. I'm looking at how this man acting. I'm looking at how this man responded. Okay, this man is acting like a guy that's trying to avoid another guy. And we've been men. We men, all of us are men. We know when somebody don't want to face you. You know when somebody don't want to, engage you. Come on, man. We know this stuff. This boy don't want that work, man. This boy don't want no work. And then look at this, man. I thought, what, Shawn got a Kango on? Are you serious? So your daddy is affecting you now? I mean, and look at this. Showtime Shawn Porter wearing a Kango. Unbelievable. Like, dang, you do everything your daddy do. Everything. But I don't know, guys. I can't see it, man. I'm looking at this interview. Nah, man. Dude talking, he talking a little scary, man. I feel like I don't think this boy wants this fight, man. I really don't think he want it, and I don't think he's trying to even have anything to do with Errol Spence Jr. Maybe he might want to fight in a minute, but and he'll have no choice. You got to fight Errol Spence Jr. That's the big mega fight. Danny Garcia, that's not the mega fight. He was really, then he was saying, Errol Spence needed a belt. He got a belt, Shawn. Errol Spence Jr. got a belt. He has a belt. He's got a belt. I mean, dang, dog. God, dog. He's got a belt. Like, I don't understand, man. But, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is, I hope, man, that the winner of Garcia and the winner of Porter, I hope they do fight the winner, okay? I hope one of those guys fight Errol Spence. I hope they do. It'll make more sense to go on and do it, man. I mean, nobody told these guys to be professional boxers, man. Nobody told them, man. I don't know, bro. It's this generation scared, bro. The generation scared. Generation scared is ridiculous, man. It's kind of hard for me to talk on these dudes anymore, man. It's really difficult. And then, man, when you get, and then you get the women, they calling each other out, man. You got you got Christina Hammer and Carissa Shields, they calling each other out. You got Callie Reese calling Cecilia Brackett's out for a rematch. Here, you got Cecilia Brackett's calling out Chris Cyborg, one of the baddest women on the planet. Dangerous. They calling out women for these dangerous fights, man. The women ain't trying to wait, but the men are disappointing right now. They're disappointing. From Showtime Shawn Porter to Keith Thurman to Danny Garcia to Anthony Joshua. The men they're disappointing, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say, man. This dude definitely don't want to fight Errol Spence. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.